You know how a couple, this couple can be admiring that couple and they'll say, okay, can we hook up and just taste our wives and taste our husbands and stuff like that.
Ruggedman TV International.
On YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe and follow now. Also, like, share, and comment.
For talk shows,
skits,
lifestyle,
news,
music, and more.
Don't forget to turn on your notifications.
Ruggedman TV International.
Hello, my name is Victoria Inyama. Based here in London. Into mental health. Currently doing my master's in positive applied psychology. And I'm all about mental health, well-being, the mind, healing, trauma. I talk about domestic violence. I advocate against domestic violence. And of course, you all know I am a thespian actress. I've been acting since 1900.
Nollywood sweetheart Victoria Inyama kicked off her acting career with the popular soap opera Ripples between 1998 and 1999.
Not much into acting these days, but more into psychology, mental health, and the rest of it. But more into your mind, your mental health, well-being, how you feel about yourself, what's going on. The world is a very, very hard place. So I'm here to use your strengths to help you. So we're going to have to start using our strengths to cope with life rather than focusing on our weaknesses. Ruggedman, it's cold, it's cold. Let's go inside. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, I can never get used to this weather.
What do you not like in the movie industry right now?
Oh gosh, where do I start from? What's going on now? Now I feel the people have lost all the elements of being human. And when I mean elements of being human, I mean kindness, love, empathy, compassion, and just outright being a good, decent person. Now it's all about what I can get. In every relationship, it's all about, even relationship is same sex, opposite sex, everything is all about what I can get, what's in this for me. I must be gaining something from this. If I'm not gaining something from this, then there's no point in me being friends with this person. The disloyalty, the betrayals, that every man or woman has a price. So somebody could betray you for money, for designer clothes, for fame. There's no trust. And all these things make life really difficult, because it's a good thing to have a talent. It's a good thing to monetize your talents and be a celebrity, a star. But it's a very, very difficult thing remaining your true, authentic self in the midst of that stardom. So I have seen a lot of people, even those days when we were, acting, and it was easy back then when we would all sit down together, have a meal, and just talk. Now, everybody is competing with everybody. And I'm like, what's that for?
Was there no competition back then?
No, there was no competition. The competition was in talent. The competition was who cries the most, who can cry. Oh, Nkiru Silvanos can cry. Sandra Chums can cry. I wasn't in the crying competition. I was more like the baby of the house, the spoiled, rich, brat kind of girl. So a lot of the movies I was doing were spoiled rich kid, and stuff like that. And in terms of crying, at that time, I wasn't good at crying because I didn't really have memories to cry about. Because the thing about crying is when you're coming from a certain place and you have a scene that kind of you relate to, it's easy to cry. So at that time, I was so young. and I just couldn't be bothered. But playing the rich kid, yes, I could relate to that because, I'm an only child and I really did get attention from my grandmother. My grandmother raised me, so I really did. I know how to act that part very, very well. Compared to now, just tell me cry. Hey, before you even finish CR, the tears up, So yes, and I think they say you mature with age, and your lived experiences, kind of affect how you behave. So now, I fear for a lot of artists, celebrities, the ones that understand that I am giving you my talent and I am being paid for it, and you love me, and I love you, and I respect you for loving me, and I appreciate the love. It's fine. But the ones that have, become the stars and also come into money and don't know how to manage it. And of course, there's social media, which is like watching you and wanting to, showcase you. And then a lot of people are now living their life to kind of, how do I put it in the most simple way? A lot of people are living their life to feed you with your expectations of them. So they are living because they expect that as a star, as a celebrity, they have to live a certain way, they have to behave in a certain way, they have to drive a certain car, they have to be on designer stuff and all that. And they are living like that. And at the end of the day, a lot of them are losing themselves because maintaining such fallacious lifestyle is not easy. And so now they have to go into things that I find very uncomfortable. But for them, it might not be uncomfortable.
Things like what?
You want them to drag me again?
Why and when did you leave Nigeria?
Okay, I left Nigeria in 2003. Marriage. I got married, and then I left Nigeria and relocated here. So it's not like I just left Nigeria.
So you didn't jump?
No. No, I mean, at the time when I left, I would say I was at the top of my career then. Would I say a career? It started off as a hobby, really. So it wasn't like I set out to be an actress. It was a hobby. And at the time when I left, everything was good. Nigeria was good. Everything was good, to the best of my knowledge at that time. So it wasn't a jackpot thing. It was more like, what they say about a woman. You get to a stage, every woman, there are stages in a woman's life, live with your parents, go to school, go to university, graduate, get married, have kids. So I think I was following the process. So yeah, I had to relocate.
Was leaving your career for marriage worth it?
Yes. I mean, I have 3 beautiful children, and you can't really quantify that with anything. So career is always going to be there. Acting, movies, stage life, theater is always going to be there. But a woman has her biological clock ticking. So, no. I think I am blessed enough to have had the opportunity to do the things I did when I did them. So, definitely worth it.
You said it was worth it. But with the way you squeezed your eyes and your face, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. In terms of being married, unfortunately, you always dream or plan to marry forever. but it didn't work out that way. But it's okay. The kids are there. Every experience is a fantastic experience. It could be a traumatic one or a beautiful positive one. Any which way, it's teaching you something. Any which way, every experience is an asset. It's something that would help you further in life. They say what doesn't kill you, I don't want to say makes you money, but what doesn't kill you kind of empowers you to help other people. You have to put it that way. And I think in helping other people is what's more than money. Yeah. So using your lived experience, anything it is, to help other people. That's why in this country, volunteering is a big deal, because volunteering is all about you using your skills, your experiences to help other people, train other people without charging money. I'm not saying that I'm going to be volunteering but yes, that's actually one of the reasons why I speak about domestic violence, which is something that we Africans, we really don't talk about it. I mean, everybody says it's very, very hard being a woman in Africa. For a long time, certain behaviors have just been overlooked, but that's not right. And I feel privileged that I had and I have the opportunity to have experienced some of those things, and I have been using my experiences to talk about it, to correct things, to change things, because at the end of the day, what's the point of you living, being alive, and you don't make any impact on the earth? You don't leave your footprint on the earth positively. There's no point. So I feel very, very privileged that I went through that experience and I'm able to use it to help other people. And from that experience, I have also started looking into why people behave in a certain way, which is why I went to study psychology, and wanting to know the root cause of certain behaviors, because I believe that knowing the root cause of these behaviors would actually help in curbing, correcting, and making life better generally. So from my experience, it's pushed me into, developing other skills I had that I didn't really know.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I used to be. I still am a very, very shy, private person. Very shy and private. You know what I want you to know, basically.
How was it at the beginning of the industry for you?
When we started off in Nigeria, in the whole movie industry thing, we didn't have social media. We didn't have things that were like, giving us the opportunity to live certain kind of lifestyle. The few people we had were basically journalists. We had Fame newspapers, we had City People, we had Hints and all that. Yes. And Encomium. Oh yeah, we had Encomium. And we just had journalists that would write about you or would bring you out to the limelight apart from your movies. And that was just all we had, and we were content and we were happy, and we didn't have to live a certain lifestyle for validation. But now everything has changed. Due to social media, people are living a certain lifestyle. They're wanting you to see them doing certain things, living in a certain way, and a lot of people are buying into that. I mean, the world has changed. So, but I am grateful that I am of the old school, and we started with raw talent. Then when I started Nollywood, I think I started Nollywood. Okay, before it became Yes, I was even in the movie industry before it became a movie industry.
Tell us some of the people you've worked with and what you've worked on.
I was in Ripples in the 90s, where I played Barbara Soki's younger sister, and Zulu Okafor was my boyfriend. Uncle Zico, let me go. Uncle Zulu Okafor was my boyfriend then, and it was a Zebejiro production, and the late Chico was also, I think, the assistant director. And I had the opportunity of working with people like Fred Amata, Uncle Richard Mofedamijo, Rosemary Ingbi, Auntie Liz Benson. I mean, I have worked with great people. And yeah, I was really privileged. And that was even before the movie industry started.
I'm married to you, I'm not a maid. As long as I live, as long as I'm your husband, my wife will be my mention. Now, I've sent all the maids back in. I want you to get your ass up there and go get me something to eat right now. Look, I've just had enough, Charles. I have had enough.
When the movie industry started, it was in the late 90s to 2000s. And I also had the opportunity to do my first, I can't even remember which is my first movie, because we did a lot of movies. You know how it is when we shoot like 3 or 4 movies in a month? So I can't really remember now which one. Was it Glamour Boys or Faces?
Ruggedman TV International.
On YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe and follow now. Also, like, share, and comment.
For talk shows,
Skits,
lifestyle,
news,
music, and more.
don't forget to turn on your notifications.
Ruggedman TV International.